So, good morning, everyone. This is Thomas Cullen III from Sq41. This is his 343 commitment, 110 floor stair climb. Taking another brother to that top, 110 floor. Hope everybody's having a good morning this morning. And getting ready to kick off that first vertical shortly. 7 verticals total, a few floors. And Brother Thomas Cullen from Sq41 will be at that top. This is the 5th climb of this tour and 70th brother to be taken vertical. 5 short of the 3rd milestone. And first vertical is coming up for Thomas Cullen III. There we go. Not stop until we hit the top now. So this climb, like I said, is for Thomas Cullen III from Sq41 in the Bronx and Harlem. Call it the best of both worlds. This climb is dedicated to the FDNY brothers both off and on the line, to Sq41, and to his wife Susan and son Tom. He will never be forgotten. Second half of the first vertical, and we're on the way to the top. For Thomas Cullen III, out of Sq41. Pushing the legs. I'm not going to stop until we hit the top. And here we come up on the first rest area. Alright, first vertical done. For Brother Thomas Cullen III out of Sq41. Sq41 took care of both the Bronx and Harlem. And on their uniform patch, it actually says the best of both worlds. So this climb is to pay honor and respect to that sacrifice given when Thomas Cullen III responded as part of Sq41 to the World Trade Center. Within the initial alarm assignments, our brothers were working to try to save as many lives as possible. In the greatest rescue effort known in U.S. history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved. No one had any clue that the buildings were going to come down. And our brothers were going to be trapped inside of them. They gave their ultimate sacrifice so that others could live. That's what we do as firefighters. They didn't hesitate to rush up those stairs in the towers and try to save as many lives as they could. So this is our way of keeping their legacies alive. So we will never forget our brothers lost. 9/11/2001. Here we go on our second vertical. Pushing it to the top for Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41. Taking them all the way vertical to that symbolic 110th floor, where all the brothers will reach. Because that's the top of the towers. No matter where they were, they're going all the way. That's why we climb, to finish their footsteps, because they climbed before us. So, this is another brother headed up, Brother Thomas Cullen III. Hey, Brian. Thanks, brother. This is number 70. So getting 5 closer. And I got that third milestone. More brothers up top. So back half of the second vertical already. I'm pushing it up for Brother Thomas Cullen III. Almost to the next rest stop. Off the interval. All right. So, Thomas Cullen III was actually looking at becoming a lawyer. He was going to be going to law school prior to the FDNY calling him on duty to be able to get on the academy. His last assignment was on Squad 41, based out of the Harlem and Bronx area. From what I read, he actually met his wife Susan when he was trying to go to law school. Something very heartwarming with Thomas Cullen III was what he did for his son Tom. He had a love of electric trains, and every night Thomas III would reset the track into a different configuration, so that every morning when he was at home and his son woke up, he would have a new track to play with on the train set. And his wife, from what I read, said several times that he would be thinking about how he was going to change the track, and he would have a brand new idea to replace that track and make it different every day for his son to be able to have a fascinating experience the next morning when he woke up. And he would actually wait until that time frame to occur, so he would be able to make sure he was asleep and not see exactly what he was doing. So this continues the climb. Third vertical for Brother Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41. This is to pay respect and dedication to their sacrifice made on 9/11/2001. Our brothers will never be forgotten. It's our job in our careers as a brotherhood, as firefighters, to keep their memories alive. The nation may have a tendency of trying to forget everything, but ourselves, we count. The 343 will live on. We will make sure of it. And it's not just the 343. It's our brothers following to work the pile and have succumbed to cancer and other diseases because of 9/11. But it's our job to push them vertical, to keep them going, so that nobody will ever forget them. That's the purpose of the 343 commitment. To carry each and every brother to the 110. Backside of the third vertical. All right, third vertical complete. Working towards that fourth. So his wife, Susan, has kept on his tradition of changing the train track around for their son Tom. Although she says that it wasn't exactly what Tom Cullen III would have done, but it's carrying on that tradition. For our brother Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41 out of Bronx and Harlem, best of both worlds. We carry him to the top. We climb because they climbed before us, and we finished the job for him. To think he was going to go to law school prior to the FDNY calling him up and him giving service to the citizens of New York. This is why we climb. Why we carry our brothers vertical. For Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41. Fifth climb of this tour. My 48 hours. 70th brother taking vertical. Just 5 short of that third milestone. So here comes the fourth vertical. So this climb is dedicated to the FDNY, both on the line and those retired, to Squad 41 in the Bronx, Harlem, and to his wife Susan and son Tom. Our brother, your husband and your father, will never be forgotten. It's our time to pay honor and respect to the legacy and sacrifice given 9/11/2001. To keep their memories alive is why we climb, is why we keep them in the forefront. And now we're down the second half of the fourth vertical for Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41. Three more verticals after this, and Thomas Cullen III has reached that 110 summit. Paying honor and sacrifice that was made on 9/11/2001. So, this climb is for Thomas Cullen III. To his wife Susan, your husband's name and his legacy will be carried forth for years to come. He will never be forgotten. To his son Tom, your father was a hero amongst heroes. The 343, the bravest, that paid the ultimate sacrifice, 9/11/2001, when they were trying to be part of the greatest rescue effort in the United States history, where upwards of 25,000 were saved. They gave that ultimate sacrifice so that others could live, not knowing what was going to happen with the towers. They went in, got unseen, and got to work, because that's what they did. Their training went into action, and they went into the towers to try to rescue as many people as they possibly could. So this climb is to finish Thomas Cullen III's footsteps, carrying him to that top of the Trade Center's 110, to that summit, to that symbolic number of floors that everybody goes to finish that climb. We're coming up on the fifth vertical for Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41. After this, two more verticals left for our brother. He had such a love for his son that every night when little Tom went to bed, he would rearrange the tracks of his electric train set so that every morning when he was at home and woke up, he would be able to have something new and a new experience. And this happened every time he was at home, according to what I was able to read on it. Our brother was dedicated. His wife Susan said anytime he could, he'd be reading manuals on confined space or other buildings that he may not be familiar with. He would try to work out everything about that building, reading about it, because that was part of his job on the squat to know his surroundings. So this climb is to remember his dedication to the job, his dedication to his family, and never let him be forgotten. Backside of the 5th vertical. 2 verticals left after this. For Thomas Cullen III, squat 41. Out of the Bronx and Harlem's best of both worlds. Almost to another rest break. For Thomas Cullen III, squat 41. Two verticals left, and a few floors. My brother Thomas Cullen III sits at the top. This is the 5th climb of this tour and the 70th of the 343 commitment. To think that Thomas was going to go to law school, like I said earlier, passed everything with high marks, and then got the call from the FDNY, which he chose to serve his community. Coming up on the 6th vertical for Thomas Cullen III. Squat 41. Here we go, 6th out of 7 for Thomas Cullen III, squat 41. Pushing it all the way to the top. Legs are running a little bit slow today, because again, it's the 5th in this 48-hour tour. But I know the brother's going vertical right now, and that's what matters most. Carrying him to the symbolic 110. Getting him there, step by step, all the way to the top. Pay honor and respect to our brothers lost. So 343 are carried in our hearts and on our minds and on my shoulder, on the tattoo that I have on my arm. Never forgotten. Second half of the 6th vertical for Thomas Cullen III, squat 41. To pay honor to his life, we climb. To pay honor to his dedication to his family and his brothers, we take him vertical. Alright. Coming up on one last vertical and about 8 or 9 floors. My brother Thomas Cullen III has hit the top. I'll be honest, my legs are burning right now, but I made a promise to never quit. So, being that this is a commitment, quit's not a word. That I'll understand. I just gotta dig deep and push it. For brother Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41. So Squad basically is a part of the Special Operations Group. It does engine work, members do truck work, there's Spec Ops, Special Rescue, and they also do hazmat, along with their counterparts on the rescues. Very specialized work, technicians and what they do. And again, like I said, they're part of the Special Operations Group. So they have a whole gambit of various possibilities of jobs that they would get called onto. And on 9/11/2001, along with all the other units, they got called in the towers. And with that, the last vertical. Last vertical for Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41, Bronx and Harlem. The best of both worlds. This climb is dedicated to the FDNY boat Dolphin on the line, to Squad 41, and to his wife Susan and his son Tom. Our brother, your husband and father, will never be forgotten. This is something that we take very strongly within the fire service as a commitment to always remember our brothers and never let the 343 be forgotten. That's a commitment made. They're not just a face on the wall or a badge number. They have a legacy and a story to be told and carried forth for years and years to come. So this is just one of the reasons why we climb. We climb to finish their footsteps as they went before us. We take them to that 110th floor, to that symbolic 110, the vertical that everybody will achieve. Our brothers never knew the towers were going to fail, and yet they rushed in anyways to save as many lives as possible before making their ultimate sacrifice. These are reasons why we carry their legacies forward. All right. One floors. Taking every step in every floor and digging deep on that last 9 floors, because our brothers never quit. We can't quit when we're this close. To pay respect and honor to his dedication to the job. Thomas Cullen III was actually looking at and studying to become a lieutenant within the FDNY. He could have gone to law school and become a lawyer, but he answered the call when the FDNY offered the opportunity for him to be one of New York City's bravest. For his dedication to his son, Tom, and his ability to create a different track every morning that he was coming off at home while his son slept. He made sure it always changed. To his wife Susan, your husband will never be forgotten. To little Tom, your father's legacy will carry on. We will not quit until all 343 have crested that top 110 summit. Not a single brother will be left unaccounted for. There's a saying, I go, you go. It means we all finish together. Nobody by themselves. Every brother going vertical. And this climb for Thomas Cullen III, Squad 41, Bronx, Harlem. Best of both worlds is just about done. Just a few floors, and our brother's gone the 110. Fifth climb and final climb of this tour, 70th brother vertical on the 343 commitment, and we're almost there. Step by step, floor by floor. We're just about there. Just about to clear that summit. That symbolic number. Our brother's hitting that 110. For your dedication and sacrifice made 9/11/2001. It's been my honor. Rest easy, brother. We got it from here.